And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. We talked about the daunting task of facing Steph Curry. Coach said Curry makes your entire five guard him. Steph might be the best conditioned player in the league. He is constantly moving. It makes him so difficult to track. So, of course, it's not just Curry shooting that presents problems. Guys?
Thank you, David. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
And that one drops for him.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Butler. It's deflected. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Traps in the train. Reeves has got 5 points so far. Here's Butler. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Doncic. The 11-footer. Here's Hayes. Lays it up and banks it in.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Quick shot there, and it's off target. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Here's Green. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
To the paint. Here's Hayes. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Doncic with the steal. Lobbed up there for Hachimura. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And a great feed turned into a sweet dunk from Hachimura, just playing over the top of the defense.
Here's Butler. It's good. 9 points for Jimmy Butler.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
To the inside. Hachimura. And here's Doncic from the... Oh, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Here's Doncic. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, "I've always felt like I belong." It goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, "Is this confidence or cockiness?" He told her, "They're basically kind of the same thing." Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the contest.
At the line for the Warriors, Buddy Hield. One shot.
And Hield, no good on that one.
And Hield is a player who you love to see take trips to the free throw line, as consistent as he is there.
Out to Doncic. For the three. Oh, Doncic launching that one.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Green with the ball. Back to Curry. Shot from free throw range. It's good. Curry's got his first 2 points.
Curry's jumper just so pure, he can go up from just about anywhere on the floor and knock him down.
Reeves outside. Pass to LeBron. Tries again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And LeBron enjoys fooling the D right there, tricked them, got them in the air, and then gets himself to the free throw line.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Pass to Reeves. It's stolen by Kuminga. Payton outside. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Lakers leading by 7. Reeves outside. Los Angeles with another miss. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Cans it from downtown. Curry's got 5 points so far. Reeves outside. Down low. James gets inside and finishes.
Once he gets down in the paint, there's not much you're going to do to stop the King.
Here's Curry. Kuminga with a wide open look. Off target from outside. LeBron outside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
You see LeBron just shrug off that contact there. It's like nothing even hit him.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team. But Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And Jimmy Butler put together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Yeah, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks. Guy earned the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
Just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And here's Reeves outside. Draymond Green with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Butler. Now Hield. Back to Butler. And there's Butler with the flush.
And Butler giving you the full buffet of the things he can do.
Reeves outside. To the middle. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Hachimura, the screen. James. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
State ball. Now into the lineup, your Lakers. Number 4.
Here's Hield. It's over connect. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Buddy Hield gets the 3. Hield's got 5 now.
And these quick hitting plays are great for a quick set shooter. Hield scoring.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Inside. Here's Vanderbilt.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Hield outside. Three-pointer, Butler. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break.
30.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Warriors trailed by 7. Curry on the wing. Out to the right wing. From downtown. Sinks the triple. Podziemski's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Warriors.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
And Hayes throws it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. To the middle. Hachimura.
This is why coaches want defenders to always have their hands ready. LeBron with the quick pass there.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Los Angeles making a switch here. That'll be a 5-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Now Podziemski. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here is Green. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone. And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good with the triple. Now here's Green. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Lakers lead by 10. From past the arc. Hachimura the screen. And here's Doncic from the arc. And no good that time.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Los Angeles with another miss.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
From the top of the key, they get the rebound. Out to Doncic. They set the screen. Just 5 to shoot. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants wants to help his team.
Lakers ball.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Third quarter action at just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The triple! Doncic!
He's got a good handle, excellent body control. Doncic is a threat to pull up from anywhere.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Substitution for the Warriors, Trace Jackson-Davis.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
You got that one up quick. Doncic has got a pair of threes now here in the third for Los Angeles. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Now Peyton, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Here's Reeves. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. No one near James as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
And that one good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just spanning the flank.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
43 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Drops in the layup for two. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read. And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And we know Doncic has limitless range, but for him, it's about becoming more consistent from deep.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is...
Receive a boost to make it more challenging for the leading team.
Enjoy this unique competition, amazing location, and double rep all weekend long in the event.
Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
The WNBA season is tipping off May 16th, and if you haven't already, it's a great time to check out the W.
Absolutely. There's new features, new courts, and new faces. Take a look.